You know what's really funny at the end of the day? We've all got it all orchestrated. Oh, all this money's going to go to the arts. This money's not going to the arts. You know it's not going to the arts. Everyone in this room knows it's not going to the arts. Now watch the arts going to jump up. Well, where's the money? You guys all promised us the money last year. Got news for you. The arts and culture people that have been working, thinking you're getting this money, you're not getting this money. And remember this, as I'm standing up here, you will not be getting this money. And it's just all a big cover-up. That's all this is. And when it comes to, you'll see, mark my words, this is not going to any arts group.
The revenues associated with collecting the tax are projected to be in the neighborhood of annualized at just over $10 million, assuming 2,000 lawfully erected sign structures in the City of Toronto. And the report outlines options for directing the enhanced revenues to in the first instance, enhanced enforcement of the bylaw, and then consideration through the 2010 budget process, the priorities of city beautification, arts, and culture.
At what point during the process was the industry made aware that the tax would be used to fund arts initiatives?
I don't recall the exact point, and there never has been a true dispute with where the taxation would fully go. If there is additional money, the issue is that the city and the committee here is asking for too much from an industry that doesn't have enough to give. We can give something in line with the Hemson report because it was factually assessed and proper consultation went into it. We are prepared to provide for proactive enforcement.
We have justifiable, quantifiable need. Are you aware?
You're not proposing to use any of this money to fix broken sewers in neighborhoods.
No, but investing in the public realm and various our Clean and Beautiful City initiatives and the arts and so on are demonstrable needs in the City of Toronto.
This is what all the big municipalities are doing across North America. They're putting in a tax and they're funneling that tax into the enforcement and they're funneling that tax into city beautification enhancements. You know, we have to match the tax to the service. And because there is a real nice marriage between what I think the arts advocates are saying and the tax that is being proposed here. The reason why you advertise on billboards is because it impacts on the public realm. You walk by it, you drive by it, you cycle by it. That's why they're there. Is it not fair and reasonable to say, we can debate the quantum, but is it not fair and reasonable to say that we want control over where that visibility happens? We want to be able to manage that control, and we want the public to benefit from the fact that you are showing those signs in a public realm. That's the basic theory here. And I think that philosophy, that way of thinking, is as sound as the day is long.
I want to say one last thing to the arts communities that are in the room tonight. The groups that have tried to seize this opportunity to finance profoundly important arts programs and youth programs in the city, and who put 600 people in this council chamber not too long ago, supporting the notion of tax-supported programs so that those youth could participate in the life of the city and in the beautification of the city. I want to say thank you for that effort. I want to say that you're part of our communities. You're part of the people who elect us here to represent you, and it's going to be a very big struggle to get a tax established, and then to make sure that tax doesn't go to general revenue.
I just want to pick up where Councillor Vaughan has sort of left off, and he talks about the taxes being utilized certainly to support the vulnerable communities and so on, as well as the arts community. I think that we can all agree that we can support the concept, but I think that we'll all be the beneficiary of it. I think that the area and the focus in terms of arts, and I do hope that much of the funds that the arts community is hoping to realize will actually accrue to the community and to the programs that they're hoping to see materialize. my hope is that it may not, that it does realize that, but I think at the end of the day, we may have some challenges with that. But the point that I wanted to make, though, with this remark is that, thank you, is to suggest that we will all be the beneficiary of the work of the arts community and the visitors coming to Toronto.
The direction to report back on this item came from council, which suggested that we should report back, staff should report back on the application of a billboard or signage tax for the purposes of raising revenue to administer the bylaw, as well as raise revenues for city beautification, arts, or cultural initiatives.
You indicated that this policy of taxation supports city policy goals. Which particular goal does it support? Does it support attracting business, encouraging business? Which is a policy goal, I believe, of the mayor.
It is, Councillor, and we did work with the Agenda for Prosperity and the staff in economic development and consulted with the BIAs around the proposed regulations and recommend signs which we think will contribute to the city's goals for a beautiful city as outlined in the official plan, supporting a beautiful urban environment. And that's the primary goal that the sign bylaw itself is intended to support.
I think it is very, very important for us to thank the group of individuals behind us, many of whom are, yes, under 30, under the 35 set, the illegalsigns.ca folks, the BeautifulCity.ca folks, for their spirited advocacy on this public policy issue. You know, we are very often cynical in this, or develop a cynicism in this city about the possibility for real change. Well, here's a group of people, and I can remember the meeting that we had here. This council chamber was absolutely packed. They had it. It was the young people engaging and debating this and trying to figure out what the right thing to do is, trying to figure out whether taxation was the right strategy, trying to figure out how to basically beautify our public streets. So if there is a victory here, and I do hope we do at the end of the day the right thing, a lot of credit goes to these folks here. Any young person, any group that thinks that change is not possible, I think this is going to be a template for how you can actually change a city hall. So I think they need to be complimented. When ECOS does a poll, and they're a very reputable firm, they say at 70% they support such a tax, with 14% saying they're neutral on it. That is very, very good in terms of public relations terms. In terms of petitions, they've done a ton of work around petitions. They've shown that, yes, the vast majority of Torontonians support this, support the direction that staff is going in. This tax has already been cut 2 times, from 28 to 18 to 10. This is reasonable, and it should not be cut any further. Madam Speaker, I think this is, if we want to be a leading-edge city, if we want to beautify our public spaces, if we want to have some regulations, we're not saying no to the signs, we're saying there's got to be some rules, and we, the public, who are basically having these signs imposed on us, deserve to get some benefits from it.